A precious commodity. I'm here today to tell you that because of your family service to our country, you have been pre-selected for entrance into the local vault. Vault 111.
Go away.
Well, hello there, guys. Hi, guys. How are you doing? Smashing good. I'm glad that shite's over with for another video. I heard that you have to say that in order for the algorithm to like you more. I wonder if that's actually true or not. Anyway, what we're going to talk about tonight: Fallout 4, people. Fallout 4, the game that I overhyped in my head so much that when I first got it, I didn't like it. I was like, what the fuck's this shit? This is just Skyrim with guns. And that's exactly what I said to myself. Because as I was walking through one of the wee burnt out forests, I was like, this looks very, very much like Skyrim with guns. You know, that's what people said about Fallout fucking 3. It's just Oblivion with guns. This is just Skyrim with guns. But it's sort of aged better in my own mind. It's not quite that shite way now, do you know what I mean? War never changes and all that. Neither does Fallout, but it does. This isn't so much an RPG as it is a looter shooter like Borderlands, which is not what a lot of folk were looking for. A lot of folk hated the fact that the protagonist was now voiced. I like that fact, actually. I didn't really gel well with a silent protagonist. I don't really put myself in the shoes of these characters. I just like to go with the flow and play the game and have fun. But I can get why you don't like it if you don't like it, because it did limit the responses. And sometimes you would choose a response, and a lot of games are guilty of this, and it would be completely different from what you actually thought the character was going to say. Mass Effect is very guilty of this as well. It's like, I just want a nice wee measured response. It's like, oh, respond respectfully, and they end up shouting their face off. You're like, what in the fuck was that, Shepherd? Eh? Or whatever you're called in this. I'm calling myself Bob-Ag McGee. I didn't really, but... And if you've got a well-known name, the wee Codswallop fellow will fucking say your name back to you. Alright, Andra. He won't say it like that, you know what I mean? Say it back in a posh voice. Alright, Bob-Ag. If only. If fucking only. Right, so some of the major differences in this game is the fact that you can build towns worth of fucking buildings. You look. I remember playing Fallout 3 in New Vegas, and you get wee rooms, wee shacks, wee huts, wee rooms in places where you could dump your shit. Didn't really have any display shelving or any fucking shelving you could put your armour on or anything like that. So then Skyrim came around and they did the Hearthfire DLC, and I thought people, oh, we'll quite like that in Fallout 4. And I'm like, well, we'll give you that in Fallout 4, only they went totally fucking off the rails with it. Bonkers, nuts, bollocks. And Todd Howard, and I love Todd Howard, he just talks that much shite. He's almost as bad as Molyneux. And he's like, oh, you don't need to actually build anything during the campaign, but you actually do. And there's quite a few things, and I actually found that rather irritating, because it slowed the game down to a snail's pace. As I went from fucking house to house, looking for that little elusive piece of adhesive and 5 screws. Now, when you're building your base in this, it's like, oh, you can build up a town and you can join the Minutemen. Don't join the Minutemen, for fuck's sake, or you'll be hit with radiant quests of, gonna go help that settlement out. See that settlement over the other side? Gonna help them out. By the way, another settlement's in trouble, mate. Haul you, dickhead. Aye, guess what? Another settlement's in trouble, mate. You're like, get the fuck, Preston gobshite, Harvey. You prick. Wish you could kill him, but you can't. Not in an unmodded sense anyway. You need to mod the fucking game. This game does have mods, but the building is too much. I just wanted the ability to have a wee house and decorate, put some of my guns that I find, some of the ones that I don't like necessarily, but they look cool, they may have a wee glowing thing to them, put them on the wall, and do the same with some of the armour that I don't use anymore. Don't necessarily want to sell it, but I like to keep it and display it for myself. No, build towns worth of shite, and you're like, fuck fuck off. And these fucking things are everywhere. They're fucking the length and breadth of the fucking, I think there's about 40 or 30, 35 to 40 fucking stupid bastard and settlement sites, and you're constantly going to go there and help them. Or these cunts are getting fucking waylaid, but these bastards are going to go and help them. You're like, shut up! No, don't want to help them. And the worst part is, you need to keep the bastards happy. There's a wee happy meter, and you're like, I don't give a fuck if they're happy or no. They could shoot themselves for all I care. They're NPCs, mate. Fuck off. Oh, we've not got enough water. Well, you're next to a fucking river. Figure it out, bastards. Aye, so the building's too much. Too much. And it goes against the odds of the actual game story, where you're supposed to be looking for your missing son, and they're like, oh, we all know you're looking for this missing, what they think is a fucking baby, what you think is a fucking baby, and for all we know, it's a fucking baby. Start of the game and all that. Okay, I know the spoilers, I know what happens. Fuck, I'm not going to mention it, okay? But it's like, oh, you're looking for your infant child, it's not even a year old. Fancy building this entire town and protecting 40 others? No. No, fuck you, and fuck the Minutemen. Fuck them up the arse. They really should be called the Minute People, shouldn't they? You know, for diversity's sake and fucking inclusion and all that. Bunch of fucking pricks. Bunch of fucking pricks. The Minute Plebs. The Minute Wallopers. One of the bits of this game that I did really enjoy was the fact that it starts pre-war. You get a wee insight peek. A wee howdy doodly do into what life was like before the bombs fell. And it's basically what you expect. 50s Americana with all your mod cons and everything's nuclear powered. That's why there's no cables and anything. It's like your TV's got a mini nuclear reactor in it. You're like, what? Who the fuck thought that was a good idea? Your cars are powered by nuclear reactors. Your toasters are powered by nuclear reactors. Your fucking Mr. Handy robots are powered by some sort of fuel, because you can find it lying about the place. But no doubt there's some sort of fucking nuclear fusion in there and all. Funny when you blow up a car in any of these games and it just goes up in a mushroom cloud. You can imagine them as a fucking pilot in the M5. And you're like, and the whole city has been wiped out by radiation. Fuck yous. Some silly truck drivers fell asleep at the wheel, ploughed into this car, and every car in the fucking vicinity went up like Hiroshima. Get it round yous, ya pricks. But in saying that, there was a resource war for oil. So I'm like, what did they need oil for? Did they drink it? Put it in their martini? Oh, on the fucking rocks, you prick. Fucking, I want it churned and no earned or something. I don't know what they do to fucking process oil and turn it into fucking plastic and fuel. And what do they need fuel for? Everything's fusion powered. What the fuck do they need oil for? I think, you know what, I think the folk at Bethesda just lost the fucking bastard and plot. Right, anyway, moving on. So you start the game, you get frozen, your wife gets shot in the head by a baldy guy called Kellogg. Kellogg's Captain Crunches. Fucking, that's not even Kellogg's, I don't think. It's an American thing, I don't know. I'm no American and we don't have Captain Crunch over here. We've got fucking crunchy nut fucking cornflakes, okay? That's all I need. My mom's quite fond of Cheerios, and I like my muesli as well. I haven't eaten my crunchy nut cornflakes in quite some time. Or Frosties for that matter. Aye, so you're cutting about this wee fucking Vault 111 it is, and it's a cryogenics place, and I've not told anybody and I've lied. Everybody just thinks they're going into a fucking decontamination chamber, and you're like, well, where's the rest of the fucking vault, you pricks? Look, maybe you should ask some questions and before signing that fucking newspaper thing that the Vault Tech representative wanted, that he doesn't get let in either. Fun fact, you find him as a ghoul later on, so he's over 200 years old now, and he fucking looks like fucking Freddie Mercury's bollocks. I'll no doubt take some flack for that, but you know what, I don't give a fuck. Wonder why they've never made a Fallout movie. Probably because the folk at Bethesda have seen every other video game movie and went, fuck off. Plus, if you really want to watch a movie that's Fallout like, watch The Book of Eli. That's a great movie. Denzel Washington's in it, and he really is post-apocalyptic John Wick. Fucking great. Anyway, sorry for fucking pish talking and all that, you know. Let's talk more about Fallout 4. Right, so new things, obviously the building of shit. You can also tinker with your armour at workbenches. So you can get tempered, fucking more radiation resistance, more damage resistance. You can make them lighter, so you can carry more. You can do things with your guns. You can upgrade your guns, make them you know, armour piercing, give them fucking glowy wee sights, make their magazines bigger like drum magazines and easy eject magazines, give them all kinds of walloping pish. There's no degradation of items in this game either. There's no fucking needing to fix shit. Once you've got it, good. Either sell it for caps or scrap it at the fucking workbench, reloading bench, whatever bench, and you can, you know, tinker with all your shit. Then takes ages to fucking build up your guns. It does. It takes fucking ages. You need to, you know, you need to wait. You can only get them to a certain level of super duperness, and then you'll need to level up your gun nut perk so you can do all kinds of other wee fucking funny things. And you'll need to upgrade your science perk if you want to do things with your energy weapons. It's a pain in the arse, but it's good fun at the same time. It's time consuming though. This game is very time consuming, just in its crafting alone, you know. Like the question, most of the quests are quite good. The game's quite long though. I found the single player portion long as fuck. And that's because you end up fucking going here, there and everywhere like every Fallout game. But just in general, this quest line feels very long, especially if you go down the road of seeking out the railroad and like helping synths and then getting into the Institute. You can also team up with the Brotherhood of Steel, and it's fucking, so there's replayability, a lot of replayability. Plus, as I said before, you can mod this one, but I tend not to bother because there's just so much stuff in the base game that I can't be fucked. And some of the side quests are great fun. You'll find this sort of like, it's a galleon. It's one of these really oldie fucking boats that you use in pirate days, but it's got rocket thrusters at the back end. It's ran by a robotic crew and they're all fucking mental. And you basically try and fix a ship, or you do fix a ship, and you'll fly away and crash into another building. So the side quests are quite good for the most part from what I remember. The Radiant quests, however, are not, and that's been approached at settlements by either pressing arsehole Garvey about fixing up your millionth settlement because they can't do anything themselves, or it'll be a random fucking plebeian within your actual settlement going, my cousin was kidnapped by super mutants. What, in front of everybody? What are you talking about? What cousin? Oh, if they don't pay, or sorry, if you don't pay, they're going to have to fucking, you're going to have to go and slap them about. So you can actually just say, gonna go and just pay the fucking caps. But I think you need to give them the caps because they've got the money, because you're only the one that does work around here. Wankers. Or you can go to the fucking whatever building and blutter them. It's like, oh, there's infinite quests, but they're all like that. The Radiant quests are shit. I'd actually rather they just didn't have them. Or maybe had like one of them per settlement and that was it. You know, go to a settlement and, you know, maybe think about the quests and don't just say, go here, kill them, or pay up your fucking, your cash ransom money, you know, a bunch of wankers that you are. I think this game's probably got the best character creator, because you can do both. I mean, there's two of you at the start of the game, and you can, this is where you choose between the husband and the wife. I didn't bother my arse, because I can't be arsed. But you can make some fucking really horrendous looking fucking beasts. You can basically make yourself look like a fucking ghoul. I just wish folk reacted like that when you put burns over your face and fucking scars, and you're like, Jesus fucking Christ, then you look like a fucking fright. But I didn't bother because, well, for one thing, whatever one you pick, the other one dies. So, and I just couldn't be, I just can't be arsed fucking about with these fucking character creators, unless I want to make something stupid and wacky and for the particular mood that I'm in. That's fine, but generally I'm just like, oh, just play the fucking game, will you? It's first person. I play the game in first person all the time. You can't play it in third like the other ones, and it's an improvement, but it's still, when you get inside a building, fucking camera's right up your arse, and it's like, this doesn't work for the buildings, and you need to figure something out with this camera, because it's crap. So I don't tend to bother with the character creators too heavily. But I will say one thing about the map. Map is fucking gorgeous. It's probably the best map I've seen in an open world game ever. It is just beautiful, and the scaling of it when you're walking about downtown Boston, and you look up and these fucking buildings are high, man. You're like, woo, this is fucking sensational. And you're cutting about, and then there'll be super mutants, and you'll die instantly because you're in the wrong part of the game. Oh, really, that's annoying, but it's it is what it is in all Fallout games. A lot you deviate from the sort of tutorial path, as I call it, a wee bit too much. You get your ass scalped, and you're like, well, I'll just stick to the left rather than going fucking right here or straight on. You know what I mean? Go left. That's the easy part. Level up a wee bit, then you can get your fucking your exploration boner fucking as hard as you like. So that's the meat and potatoes of it. This is Fallout 4. I really do like the game. I was heavily disappointed at the start. It is more of an action shooter than an RPG. There's not an awful lot of choices when it comes to playing the game, good or evil. You can really just be a sarky prick or no be a sarky prick. There's no evil, fucking really evil actions that I've found anyhow. So I was a wee bit annoyed with that. They get rid of the karma system, which I don't think they should have. They should have maybe refined it a wee bit, because especially in New Vegas, if I was killing people like raiders, sometimes I'd pick up the bullets around about their base and I'd get bad karma, even though they fucking are bad guys. You're like, what the fuck? So they just needed to tweak it, but no, they just get rid of it. Same with the leveling up. They've just, all you've got now is skills. You've got your major points, like your strength and your charisma, and at the start of the game you can put points in, and then you get your skill, and that's really it. They've watered that right down. It's not so much of a bugbear, but just be aware that's the way it is, you know. Anyway, I do highly recommend this game. It's great fun. You never know, might see a remaster of this that we have with Skyrim. I think they've remastered Skyrim about 4 fucking times now. So I think it's due for something else. Especially we're not going to be seeing another Fallout for quite some time. This is the last of my Fallout reviews. I am not touching 76. Ram that up, your shiter. And we'll see what happens with Bethesda in the future, but I think it's going to be at least another fucking 10 years before we see Fallout 5. I hope I'm wrong, seeing as Microsoft now own them, and they could just go, oh, Bethesda, that's it. They're not Bethesda or Obsidian, they're Bethesda. Gotta make Fallout New Vegas 2 or Fallout LA, or do something, fuck's sake. Don't use that shitey fucking engine they've been using all these years. So here's the Unreal Engine, gratis, it's free, take it, fucking make something good. See that Outer Worlds? That's Fallout. That is basically Fallout on a good engine that's no a buggy piece of shite. Go play that and all. Go play Outer Worlds. Obsidian made that and they're making a second one, so hopefully after they made Outer Worlds 2 and its DLC, we can get a New Vegas 2. Don't fucking let it die in us now, Microsoft. Do something with the fucking property. I hate it when companies buy up other companies and have all this power lying there, all these names, and they just go, we'll just sit in these and make some other shite. Oh, Rare, what are you known for? Conquer? Oh, you're known for fucking Perfect Dark, GoldenEye. Oh, you're known for Banjo-Kazooie. What will we have you make? Fucking Connect games. Somebody was brain damaged when they came up with that decision. Anyway, sorry, I'm ranting. I'll see you all later. Bye!